Hey, what's going on? What's happening with y'all? Happy Sunday up in the building, man. Look, give us a few seconds. We'll be right back. All right. And Kevin's favorite part of the show. All right, and we back, man. What's going on? Happy Sunday to y'all. I hope everything is going good. You are in another episode of the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast. Me and the gang in the building. We are waiting for our host to come through. He is having, I think, some tech difficulties on his end, but we are going to be patient, and we're going to wait for him to come through. But thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate y'all. Hey, Jen in the building. Let me pull over my chats over here because I want to see who I'm talking to. All right, so I got my phone in front of me. All right, so Jen's in the building. Hey, Jen, go ahead and share the broadcast out and all that. All right, so as we do every single week, I give you guys the important information. You flashing that darn propel water. Nobody eat that. Nobody do that stuff, man. Stuff's nasty. I keep telling you.
It's great, bro. Jesus made this.
That stuff is nasty, man. That stuff is nasty. Like Michelle, like nasty. Anyways, so you guys, of course, can follow us on the website, knuckleheadchroniclespodcast.com. You can go and see past episodes, any guests that we've had on the show. I try to keep up with that. So make sure you go knuckleheadchroniclespodcast.com. If you are a part of, or if you would like to be a part of the exclusive club here at the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, you want to jump on our Patreon there at patreon.com/KCP podcast 2021. Also, the merch store is open with the new design logo. You could go right onto there at teespring.com/stores/KCP podcast to get your face. I just got my face mask the other day. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Yeah. Me and Jen, we ain't gonna let everybody down. We're gonna be ordering ours tonight. We're gonna be doing ours tonight. So
well, I appreciate that. I know Dwayne will be on that. Ephraim will too. So what?
I don't go nowhere.
Yeah. He said he don't go nowhere. All right. Also, you guys, if you guys miss us live on Sundays, if you missed the show on Sundays, which is fine if you do, you can catch us on Tuesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on soundmachine.fm on the Live 365 app. You can go ahead and download that right to your phone. Pull us up, do a search for soundmachine.fm, and we go live. We hot on Tuesdays at 3 o'clock. All right. Also, a new thing that we have this week, fellas. If you want to be a part of this, and if you want to know when we go live, I can send you guys inspirational messages during the week or whatever. I have a brand new thing that I haven't told you guys about yet. So what I want everybody, I'm just saying, I want everybody that's in here watching on YouTube, Periscope, and Facebook, do me a favor, right? Hey V, what's going on? I want you guys to text the word knucklehead. Text the word knucklehead to 84576. 84576, and that way you can get exclusive sound bites from me and videos just like that. So knucklehead, text the word knucklehead to 84576. What's up, Farah? What's going on with you, man? There's our host of the day. Let's get him in here. I think I think he's good now though. What up,
Hey!
What's going on in the building, boy?
What's going on, fellas? Everybody can hear me?
I love that hat.
I'm
gonna have to change my hat.
Oh man, dog, I tell you,
I'm gonna do this for the host one time. Hold up, I'm gonna do this for the host one time.
You rapping for the host, I tell you. All right.
Yeah.
So if you're coming in late, make sure that you share the broadcast out. Please share the broadcast out because we don't grow our fan base and membership unless you guys share the broadcast out. So make sure you share the broadcast. Again, repeat at the bottom. Knucklehead, text the word knucklehead to 84576.
Hey,
and
can I say something real quick, Mr. Goodson? I can't grow that. You see, I had to shave mine.
He's showing off. He's showing off.
He's showing off. He put some soul glow in it and everything. Look at him.
I'll switch with you.
I did put that. No, he did not say. You know what? I can't. You know what? I'm trying to grow mine too. I'm using the wrong vitamins apparently, but in order to make that happen. But anyways.
Oh, what happened? Where'd he go?
It's a crazy day. It's a crazy day.
Are we doing the technical issues today? Oh, there he go.
I got it.
Because I heard y'all the whole time, but when I was talking, y'all couldn't hear me. Yeah.
I said, hey, what it do? 52. What's up, boy? Doing good, man. Doing good. All right. So what I'm also doing in this show today is that I'm incorporating 2 new segments, right? Because I kind of, I felt like it was getting a little bit boring, right? So I just wanted to do a little something else. So one of our segments is hosted by none other than Mr. Kevin Peoples. I don't know about this one, but we're gonna see. Here we go.
Get ready, cause it's time for
Say it with your chest.
Only on the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast.
Oh, say it with your chest.
It's going down.
None other than our brother Kevin Peoples. What's up, boy? He's got a video that he wants me to run, so I'm gonna go ahead and run that. Hold tight.
Go for it.
And here we go. Here. Is it on screen? Can you guys see it? I don't see it either. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
All right.
Let's get something straight. I'm from Texas. The being from Texas, there's a level of pride about this. Right? There's a level of pride. You say Texas, there's a hurricane coming. You say Texas, there's a forest fire going. You say Texas, what if somebody breaks into your house? We're protected by God and guns, and they're probably not. You say Texas, diabetes and obesity is on the rise. Bring us sleep. Say Texas, it's gonna snow.
Listen, man, when he sent me that, I was like, "Man, what is he talking about?" Oh no, you couldn't hear it. Oh no, that is not.
It was a little low. It was a little low. So you can hear it, but it was some people are gonna have a little issue with it. But I'll explain it and
he's gonna explain it. It was a guy.
So the guy is from Texas, and of course he's repping us from Texas. You say diabetes, everything. We're gonna come at you with some, coffee and sugar. You say other things. We can handle a forest fire. We can handle heat. We can handle this and that. But when it comes to this winter storm that just passed this week, it was terrible.
Yeah.
Like, how come didn't nobody from the North check on us, man? Like, it was bad. But yeah, but so but I wanted it was funny. If y'all haven't seen it, I can get you the link for that TikTok. It was hilarious. I bawled out when I heard it. We lost lights, we lost power, we lost everything, you know, but I knew how to survive it. I went through the 1994 Mississippi ice storm. If y'all don't know about it, Google it. It was bad, and that's what made us kids what we are today. But nonetheless, I got some stuff to get off my chest in this segment. So, and quite a few. If y'all in the chat, I would love to interact with y'all. If you got something to say, please text it, put it in the chat. Say what you want to say. If you want to call in, say what you want to say. Get it off your chest. This is the time.
I killed the car.
Oh, you did? Oh, my bad. See, we didn't
Nobody
know.
never used it.
All right.
So I
but nonetheless, if you want to say it with your chest, put it in the chat. Let's talk about it, because I'm gonna talk about Ted Cruz, who took off during this winter storm.
Not Ted Cruz.
Where was you, Mr. Captain of the ship, when you took off?
Man. Oh man, you gonna start up a whole thing right here, but
I gotta say it with my chest. I got some stuff, man. Ted Cruz took off. I see it like, you're the captain of the ship, and when the ship is sinking, the captain is the last person on the ship to leave.
Mm-hmm.
But he left before everybody else could leave.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, that was bad. And then he blamed it on his daughters. The reason
we doing that? I didn't see that, but we doing that now.
Yeah.
I definitely got to get this out the way. I'm glad I took my Philadelphia Eagles hat off, because Lord,
just a mess.
It was a whole.
Wentz is hurt. My brother-in-law put it in my Facebook the other day. He went somewhere else.
He went. Wow.
This really Jalen hurts me. These puns.
He might be in addition. He might be in addition. He may be good. You don't think so? You don't think Jalen's going to do it for the Eagles? You don't think so? I think he's going to be the best of the Eagles.
He's a one-trick pony. He's not a Lamar Jackson. He tries to be a Lamar Jackson, and those 5 games I've seen from him last year, it said it all I need to say. The last but not least, you people who hasn't bought our merch, bought the merch for the podcast, what are you doing with your life right now?
I'm telling you.
And Texas in general, come on, can we get it together? It's about to be summer. Let's get it together. Hopefully y'all stayed y'all butt home during this winter storm. I hope y'all stayed y'all butt home. That'll help this pandemic out a lot. But God looked down on us. So you ain't staying home. Let me throw some winter on this earth right quick. Make you stay home. But yeah, man. Other than that, yeah. What you doing with your life?
Man,
it was bad, man. But other than that,
when you're talking about Ted Cruz, the wrong T. Terry, I am. Anyways,
bless you,
so a lot of people are defending him and saying that Ted Cruz, he's not the governor. He's just a senator. He's just a public servant. You know what I'm saying? But I think it looks pretty bad on him to do that. And then he blamed his daughters for doing it.
Yeah.
Right. And for going. And so now he's down there feeding he's down there feeding folks and all that stuff. I don't know if it's a photo op, if he's, I don't know. But
he's trying to save face. That's what it is. He's trying to save face.
He needs to save face. But
like you said, it's a terrible look. I don't care.
It's a bad look.
When you are a public servant, right?
Thanks, Richard, for coming through. I appreciate you.
You're taking off on a vacation during a time of a crisis right now, where when the president announces on the very first day that this is a time of need for Texas, we were the first ones to go and what he calls a disaster. I forgot what he called it, but it was a declaration for disaster for Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, this was laughable to me. Like I said, I lived through this stuff before. It was Mississippi back then. But when but for Cruz to take off when the president announces that, how does that look to you? Like you are a public servant. You're a face of Texas.
Yeah.
You know, so what does that say about you? What does that say about you caring about the people of Texas who voted for you? There's a ton of people voted for him that are ticked off.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna see. We're gonna see how ticked
him
off
in
though.
office next year. Yeah,
that's gonna be the real test. Will he be back?
Mm-hmm.
Please believe that. All right, and that's this week's segment of Say It With Your Chest.
Get ready, cause it's time for
Say It With Your Chest.
only on the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast.
So I only have one phrase for Ted Cruz. I'm just saying. All right, so we're moving on to our next portion of our podcast. We are getting right into our topic today, and we're talking about ageism today. And my man, Ephraim E Trouble, I like to call him, he is going to be flooring this topic today. So if you have not yet shared the podcast, please share it to your timeline. You can actually share it to people in your messenger. So, send, go ahead and send that through. And I'm going to give the floor to E Trouble, man. You ready?
Yeah, man. Ready as I'm gonna be.
Let's do it, bro. Let's do it. I'm just saying.
So for me, this came off the heels of the Super Bowl, man. And I don't know how to put it. Inspired, encouraged, just marveling at what Tom Brady did at the age of 43. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get off it because I moved Brady outside of football, and I'm starting to put him up there with Tiger Woods and Michael Jordan on just greatness I'm witnessing, right? It brought to my mind, what is age really just a number? Right. Could everything on paper makes you say, Tom, you could have stopped this at 40, let alone 43, let alone talking about going to 45. Right. So I got a few questions for y'all, but I just really want to start there with roundabout. Do you really feel age is just a number? And that statement, we've heard it all throughout our culture with songs. What does that mean to you? What does age really mean in the grand scheme of things?
That depends. That depends on where you're going with it.
I want Dwayne to start this one off. I want Dwayne to start this one off. Because Dwayne hasn't said anything yet.
You see the video, right?
I see it over there.
Right. I still got some black in here, right?
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit.
Still a little bit of wisdom there too, right?
Yeah.
Go on, say it with your chest.
This is what I feel. I ain't gonna hate on Tom Brady today.
Please, not today.
not today, because the man has won 7 Super Bowls. But what I see in Tom Brady is a person who's wise enough to be able to take that experience and win 7 Super Bowls, and still young enough to do it. He don't need to be a coach, and I think that's really where it is. Whatever you work at, whatever you put your heart to, that's what you're going to be great at. And Tom Brady has been great for as long as he has, because Tom Brady not only is mentally light years ahead of the average quarterback, but physically, Tom Brady has put himself in a position to last. And I think as long as you put yourself in a position where you continue to be relevant, no, age isn't a number. With that being said, I do believe that age does dwindle at some things that require physical responsibilities, but that's on how you manage your load throughout time.
All right. What about you, Peoples?
Yeah, Peoples. What about you?
All right. Again, it depends on what where we dream, where we go down this tunnel. Yeah, you hear it in songs. Age ain't nothing but a number. That's a classic.
Yeah.
But I'll use my mom for an example. My mom has a young boyfriend, young, very young, younger, double her age. He's he's my age, and I'm cool. I'm cool with it. Hey, it is what it is. My mom's happy. She got a smile on her face. I love it. You know, I say whatever puts a smile on my queen's face, on my mama's face. You know, hey, and hey, but and
I just saw baby boy in my head.
You know what? And like Lynn said, you know, good for her. It's exactly because what my mom went through as with my dad and his dad, it played a role into what's going on in today's, you know, with her relationship right now, which is, like I said, she's happy, she's great, she's got her mental mind state, you know, to where she can smile every day when she wakes up instead of you know, having a fight over a cup of coffee. So to her, you know, like I said, it depends. Some people are not going to be fine with it. I'm cool with it. First, I wasn't cool with it, but I'm cool with it. I know the guy. I'm great with it. Yeah, Terry, I'm cool with it, man. I swear to you. That's honest truth. I like the guy. The guy's great. Now to go along with what Mr. Goodson said here, you know, I watched Netflix. It's a Netflix show with the barbecue. I forgot the name of the show, but there's a lady, 85 years old, just like Tom Brady, but 85-year-old barbecue pit master. 85. Pleasure knows no. Oh, you know,
We can the reason why those at the bottom.
Don't pour alcohol and salt in the wound, Lynn.
I mean, Lynn.
I'm not trying to hear that, Lynn. I'm not trying to hear that.
Lynn.
Now we see he ain't cool with it. Now he ain't cool with it.
Good for her was good enough.
That's what we were stopping the buck. You know, Lynn took it a whole another 12 yards.
Talk about crossing the line. Jesus, Lynn.
That was can I get a flag? Can somebody put a flag on that play?
I'm gonna circle back to that though, because I don't think we can talk about age without talking about dating, but I do want to circle back to that. But Terry, what's your thoughts on it? Your initial thoughts?
Me being the guy that I was the guy that said, you know, age ain't nothing but a number. If you guys have ever listened to an episode of The Conversation, when I did do that, I used to date a woman that was 20 plus years my senior, and I thought the age wasn't nothing but a number until she wanted to be my mom, and so it's hard. It's kind of hard to explain. Age ain't nothing but a number until, I think Dwayne to Dwayne's point, until certain aspects happen.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Mm-hmm. It did nothing but number when it comes to paying bill. I mean, I was with this woman. I didn't know how to act as a man with this woman. Once I found out that she was 20 some years my senior, I was like, I can't even flow with you. We can't even have the same conversation.
Right.
Like, you know stuff about. I mean, you probably got Jesus' page number. I don't know that dude like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just in certain aspects, age is nothing but a number. When it comes to other things, it doesn't matter. So it's kind of a my mind escapes me right now. It's just I don't know. It's a number, but it doesn't. It matters.
Do y'all feel like there is something, and what is that thing? If it is there some things you're just too old to do? Have you ever caught yourself saying, "Nah, they too old for that"?
Yes, sir.
And so what is that, and how can you put that age on it? Or do you just know it when you see it?
How you stop a name on it? Age on it?
I think you know it when you see it, because I think it changed from person to person, even though we all feel that way generally. Like if Brett Favre put on some pads right now, it's like, come on, Brett, you too old for that. Because he was hurting his last couple years in the league. He put some pads on right now and get hit by Aaron Donald. You can be like, see, he's too old for that.
Yeah. You can't bungee jump at 85, because some of us at 80, some folks at 85 have osteoporosis.
You say you're gonna pull a hip hop?
Wait, you just said 85, or is that like legit?
No, I'm just saying.
Okay. But like they have that for like the president. Like you can't run unless you're 35, right?
Right.
40.
That's a standard though. That's different.
40. I thought JFK was like 36 or something.
I thought it was 40. We'll fact check it while you keep moving. I'll fact check it.
Yeah, okay.
Fact check that. Yeah.
What about you? You feel like there's some things, and what is that thing that some people are just too old to do? Because
there's a
you would say Brady too old to play football. 43 is old.
No, and he's not, because it's a sense of maturity when you know your body. I'm an athlete. I still know, and I still say I'm 35. I still want to jump on the baseball team right now, within my area. And I just told my lady this yesterday. So I don't look it, but I feel it's the maturity that knowing your body. Tom Brady knows his body.
Yeah.
This 85-year-old barbecue pit lady says she don't even feel like she will slow down at age 95, 10 years from now. So she feels like she knows what her body can do. She knows what, Tom Brady knows what his body can do. Michael Jordan couldn't come back in this league right now and say, I can still put up 50 points.
Right.
I've seen that. We can't say that, so but there is a cap on certain abilities, on things but you have to be mature about what you're doing. That's why I say it depends on the scenario.
Yeah.
So there's a whole, I would say 80% of the things you do depends on your maturity and age when it comes to age. The other 20% is based on your ability, and things that you can't do, like you said, bungee jumping at 85. I don't think you're gonna be able to do it, bro.
Yeah,
you gonna be able to roll. They're gonna have to roll you out the bed the following day.
Cornrows is 50. Is that?
Get a couple of these comments.
Hey, that's doable. That's doable. But I mean, people do it. People still do it. But that's what they feel. If they feeling it, that's their confidence in it.
Hey, how you feel? How you feel if your grandpa start? If you go to the family reunion and grandpa sagging? I'm talking about sagging some skis.
We're gonna have a conversation.
Too old for
I'm gonna go get his wheelchair. I'm gonna sit his little happy butt down in the corner, way by the peach trees.
I think it's moments though.
You gonna grab these comments, T?
Yeah, let me get a couple of these comments in. All right, so those of you listening on the podcast, thank you for listening to us on the podcast. Make sure you subscribe and you download the podcast, please. Thank you very much. All right, those of you that are in the building that can hear me but not see what's going on, I do read the comments from time to time. And so I want to thank everybody that's in here who has commented thus far. Please continue to comment. If you are on Periscope, please tap your hearts. If you're on Facebook, please tap your emojis. That'd be great. Hey, don't forget to text the word knucklehead to 8. What's that word? What's that number? What did I say? 84576. All right. So Lynn's comment said, yes, I had a relationship with a guy 12 years older, and it was fine to a point. It can come into play depending on the person though. Like I said, like it depends on person.
He got tired. That's what happened. He got tired.
So that's one thing that you can't do when it comes to your age is wear cornrows at 50, according to V. Bennett. You can't do that.
Let's go ahead and establish that. Let's make that law from here on out. Okay.
Let's do that.
It's official.
By the time you turn 50,
make it a man law.
Thank you, V. No more cornrows. 50.
No more cornrows at 50. You should not be wearing those. Anyways. What Richard say? Richard said, age is just a number, and if you feel young like me, Warren Buffett didn't hit a success and thrive until his early 50s. Ageism is a society trying to make you conform to their opinions, not yours. V said that that's the corn liquor that's making him sing like. Richard said, zip wire at 80 miles per hour at 57 is absolutely fine. Okay, yeah. So zip wire. Listen what you said. I want you to read the comment again. Zip wire at 80 miles per hour at 57 is fine. But you can't go 57 miles per hour at 80.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
It's like, okay.
Yeah.
I was saving this for later, but let's go ahead and get into it because they got me wanting to get on the relationship.
Go ahead.
How big of a factor does age come in to dating? Why? And let me throw more at you. Why, when I get a younger woman, I'm a sugar daddy, and why when she get an older man, she a gold digger? Yeah, like why is age? Is there appropriate age? You know,
I'm gonna drink to this one. Y'all go first.
Come on, D Good. I know you got something, man. Just break it down for me, man.
Okay, so
yeah,
it's every dude's dream. And
To do what?
The sad. What you said? You already said you had one 28 years older than you.
Yeah, I was the young one.
But you didn't feel like the man for having an older girl.
Right? Yeah, you did.
Yes,
yeah, you did. You enjoyed that cougar.
I promise you.
Until she took the false teeth out.
I ain't doing it.
Let's talk about it.
First of all, she didn't have false teeth. All right,
and that you know of.
So trust me, she didn't have false teeth. But anyways,
wow.
I would take your word for it. I would take your word for it.
Stop right there.
I'm on camera.
No, she didn't have her. But see, I got into that. I got into that under false pretense. Just to give you a little bit of background, right? Is that when I met her, I was 25, I think 24, 25. She looked 30.
Was she a black woman?
Yes.
Black women age very well.
Very well. I mean, she didn't have a wrinkle, none of that. She was still perky. They had the whole name. So I'm thinking she's about 32. I never talked about it. Never asked about it. I didn't find out how old she was until her birthday the next year. That's when I found out that she was.
Who approached who? Do you remember?
I begged her first.
Okay.
So were you hidden?
Eventually.
Like I know I'm saying, were you? No, not hitting.
Wow.
Hidden.
HIDDEN. Hidden. What's up with you today, man?
Oh, was I hit? No.
Wow.
He said eventually.
Ooh. I know I'm cooking.
I'm sorry.
Sir, please. Okay. If you would just come back into the show.
Hey, what V said? He's that corn liquor.
Okay.
It's that corn liquor today, man.
That corn liquor.
I'm not liking St. Louis Terry. I'm not liking it.
Okay. Yes. So hidden meaning what do we?
Because I mean, did she not have kids? Did she not have siblings or friends?
Yes.
They didn't call you like, oh, he's so look at him, he cute. You know how older people talk to young dudes.
This is what she did. No, I'll tell you. This is what she did. I didn't meet her children until we were 6 months into it, because she was afraid to take me around her children. Because her son was 6 years older than me, maybe 7 years older than me, and her daughter was the same age as I was. So when I finally met them, it was, I mean, and they didn't hold back nothing.
Yeah,
so when Kevin say he's okay with mom dating a young, they won't, and they let me know it. And her son threatened me a lot, because when I moved in with her, I moved in her house while he was in prison, and he got out.
Hey, but this is getting deep.
Hey, don't that sound like Friday After Next?
Hey, listen. Okay, so would you ever date an older woman again?
Absolutely.
Well,
not.
I mean, you married, of course. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But no, absolutely not. No, because that experience, it, you know what? Even in this, it scarred the mess out of me. Because what happened eventually with her was that she started chipping away at my manhood. Every day that I was with her, she took away my manhood. And she kept telling me how much of a man I wasn't, and how I was this and that. You were a baby, and this and that. When you date this baby, what you talking about? You want me to pay your bills, baby? So it was just a traumatizing experience. And I said I would never, ever. And I was with her for 5 years, and I was like, I can't. So
what about you guys? What about the stereotype? The culture puts it on us. So if we get a young girl, we're the sugar daddy. Oh no, we're a zaddy now.
Zaddy,
we're a zaddy.
I mean, let's see. We always got the double standards lingering up for our shows, and we get the negative, and we're on the negative of the double standard a lot of the time, and that no one wants to really talk about the double standards a lot. But the fact is, look at dating an older woman. We, and I've never dated an older woman. I've always dated younger one time, but it's the maturity from why we didn't work out. But when we men, I have friends dated older women, it doesn't work out, and they get looked at, they get down, they get locked in, getting looked down on. But when you got a woman that's a old man, oh, they're a gold digger now.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of the time, it's not. You're just going for the money. A lot of the time, you can tell.
Yeah, but it's the even exchange. I'm always good with that. If I lost all my swag and I'm having a midlife crisis, and this 23-year-old she look good on my arm, and I pay a phone bill and she happy, I'm with the mutual stuff. I don't know how it goes as far as something really, really working out, because you just don't. We talking about like if you put Lynn's comment back up, like we had different ages. I think she said she dated a guy 12 years older. So when is it a problem? I've talked to one girl younger than me and one girl my age. Everybody else has been older, but that's part of my personality, part of my makeup. I deal with that a little bit better. And some of my worst experiences was the ones my age and the ones younger. We just ain't on the same play. Please, go ahead.
What's the percentage of older dudes that date younger women that do it because they're truly looking for a lasting relationship?
Right.
Look,
right. Everything
is still where you remember it used to be. I had this NCO in the army. I had a sergeant in the army who was a joker, and he said a lot of funny things in life. And he said, "You want to know what I love about college?" He was like, "The older I get, they stay the same age."
Wow. Yeah.
And
that's crazy.
And there you go. You find that one thing that you like, and you get a little bit older. Yeah. You think about the sugar daddy aspect. Let's be for real. Dating is expensive. And when I say expensive, I mean it's going to cost you time. The money aspect of it, it's not that big of a deal most times, but it's going to cost you time. You're going to have to take the time to get to know her, take the time to go out and all this stuff. And when you older and you don't care about a phone bill here and there, it's like, oh, so you need that new iPhone? Here you go. Yeah. Because now you cut out all the middle work. You show up and you do what you want to do anyway. She feels like she has the benefits and you're getting benefits. It's the same thing. It's just a different method.
Now Dwayne's point, and if everybody don't mind keeping it a buck in the comments, start putting in the youngest you've dated and the oldest you've dated. Please just start dropping numbers.
Dropping numbers. Not
but
the body
Dwayne's, please, Terry's taking care of that. Please, let's just keep it to your number. But D, to your point, man, I'm thinking about that. If I had to say a benefit, the younger woman dating the older man reaps the benefit. Women love security, right? So when they go with an older man, it will not be necessarily for looks, for physique. I mean, he probably won't be no slouch, but with guys, it ain't about our looks. They gonna like us, they like us. So when they date an older man, they have some of that security. He's probably well taken care of. He can take care of a few more bills and a few more things. She's probably tired of the young jokers, because look at the podcast. When we were young and knuckleheads, the stupid stuff we said, did to get these girls, that gets old very quick to girls. They mature very fast. And, the stuff you talking about, hey, girl, come here, shorty, all that kind of whatever, that get old to them quick. So when they see these daddies, they reap the benefit. So the age.
Can I say something to your point?
Yeah.
I was listening to an interview with Nick Cannon, right? And this was at the beginning of the documentary, R. Kelly, right? And he made a point. The point he made was this. He was like, you realize R. Kelly couldn't read, right? Yeah. And the DJ was like, nah, but what does that got to do with anything? He was like, here's R. Kelly, this multi-millionaire for decades. Yeah. And everybody who's on his level and his age, intellectually, he's not even in the same building, let alone the same room with. Right. So this was the reason he believed that R. Kelly actually decided to continue to chase younger girls because intellectually they were on the same level.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
And I know folks gonna disagree with that, but that I'm saying as far as cause, that makes some sense. Yeah, and then young girls are I don't want to say easy action. Man, what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, don't say that.
Unexperienced.
The inexperience. You can run some game on them. You can get over.
Yeah, you said keep it a buck though.
You said keep it a buck.
Let's run some comments. Hold on 1 second. All right, so Richard said earlier, depending on how much money he or she has, and depending on compatibility and chemistry in relationships, last when you have solid base of friendship, caring, and love, and know how to compromise. Lynn says that's just not older women that pull that. Beep. Yeah. So that's when I was talking about my stuff, and you want to be my mom and all that jazz. Mr. Tom Klein, man, this is the first time. Thank you for coming in, man. I appreciate you. If you came on behalf of Lynn, thank you. Half your age plus 7 is the known thing. That's okay.
That's
half your age plus 7. Give me. So what's that?
Run it back.
If I'm 50,
right.
So I can make somebody 25 to 35.
That's the Lynn.
32.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Lynn says,
I'm terrible at math.
Yeah. You don't get to choose who you fall in love with. Love to that's
I don't know. Somebody 35 show up at my door. Talking about I want
to run that back. We're gonna have to back on a different episode because I have something for that. Oh yeah, let's.
So V said, "Well, I was in not V." Tom says, "When I was in grade school, when I first dated, that might not be the best age to say." Richard comes back and says, "I dated at 19. I was 19, dated 39, 20 years difference.
Rich,
but dated my age in late 20s. Disastrous.
Oh, I can't say dated.
Jeez, I was.
Tom said,
I'm good with 17 and 22.
Yeah, Tom said I was 17 and had a 20-year-old girl. 5 years is not bad.
No, but T, look at that though. Look at that. Look at what's going on in the world of a 17 and 20-year-old. They're very compatible. But that 30 to 50 might be thinking about a whole nother thing.
Okay, and then also 38 and had a 50 to the 20 years. So which one was your best experience that time? I counted the 17 and 22.
Yeah.
30, which one was your best?
You went back to it and you said, "Well, let me get a little older with it." A few more decades.
Oldest was 3 years. Youngest was a year.
That's nothing. V.
But while we waiting for Tom to respond to that,
yeah.
What do you guys? Okay, I'm gonna make a statement, and I want your honest opinion, since we're a bunch of guys here.
No, of course.
When you talk about an older dude dating a younger chick, a younger girl, younger female, here's my thing. When you see the older dude and the younger female, generally speaking, he messed up. That's why women his age ain't want to deal with him. Generally.
Right.
And I think that's the bottom line. So when Richard said that you can't control who you fall in love with, I think that may be true to an extent, but at the same time, I don't think older dudes who date younger females, generally speaking, are in a position to offer them anything anyway, because if they did, they'd probably be in a meaningful relationship already.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. When it comes to, and now we slowly creep out of age, because that's the thing. When you talk about really being able to offer or bring something in a relationship, that's what people are looking for at a certain age. When I'm 16, I'm on fire. It's like fire shot in my bones, and I'm looking at anything to extinguish this right now. But when you start getting a little older, them late 20s, you're looking for something a little bit more.
Yeah, listen. Before we went live today, I was reading a story on Facebook that Lionel Richie just got a new boo. Now Lionel Richie is 70.
And what's the new boo?
His new boo 30.
Yeah, he got a lifetime supply.
Tell me what
he got a lifetime supply of blue pills.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Why didn't he date somebody 50, 55?
Because it wasn't him they were looking for. It's a Lionel Richie joke.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. It got right here, and I brought it back. You can yeah.
Hey, you got there, right? You got it back here.
Yeah.
You did an Odell Beckham. You like, I got it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I guess if you're the OG, you got the money, you got the time. You're gonna go get you something new. I don't see Hugh Hefner, RIP, getting him something, you know, all his girls was 19, 20.
Yeah, I think
on the legal side, right on the legal side.
I mean, I don't understand that. I think that sometimes I get to the point where I believe that it may be a daddy complex. You know, maybe they didn't have their dad. Something like that. Sometimes I feel that way. I mean, because this is ridiculous. 70 years old and she's 30. What in the world do you think you have in common with a 70-year-old man?
It's the money, man. It's the money. Now, I know they say age don't guarantee maturity and all that or whatever, but like, I got to be honest, man. He's 70. You know what he after. You 30. I doubt I can't remember if he talked to anybody his age. I doubt he did. Like
mutual exchange.
Yeah, like
I can tell you,
money for the honey.
According to looking at his new boo, what he's after is a heart attack because she gonna give him one. I'm just saying,
and that's the thing. What you saying earlier? What are you too old? What are you too old to do? Are you too old at 70 to date somebody 30?
Yeah,
can you keep up?
Well,
dating. You can do.
That's
if I can get my mama on this right now, on this live to answer, I promise. I promise you.
Look, you ain't want your mama. You ain't want your mama on here.
Don't get your mama on here.
No, you don't want his mama.
You're right.
Not today.
You're right.
Let me remind you. You don't want that smoke.
Yeah,
I really don't.
Lynn, if you still listening, would you think somebody 12 years younger?
Yeah.
What was it? Just the older?
I did date my baby mama. It was I think she's somewhere around 8 years to, I want to say 9 to 10 years younger than me. My daughter, who is 10, I dated her mom when she was 19, turning 20, and at the time I was 29, 28, 20, 29. So yeah, it was around time. Yeah, so we, yeah. Did I do that math right? I'm terrible with math, but yeah, now what I'm trying to get at is the sense of maturity that we didn't have is why I will never. That was the one time deal that I will always say I will never date anyone outside of my range. 2 or 3 years, whatever at the time, but I'm not going down to I can't date out of my range. I noticed you got to be mature enough to notice there's a comparison on maturity levels. When you get up in age, you're gonna hit a ceiling.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all a question.
It's not gonna work.
Check this out. Everybody here got daughters, right?
Yeah.
What's the oldest man your daughter can bring home, and you be cool with it?
I find out when she's married.
My oldest daughter is dating a man that's much.
No, I mean dating for marriage.
He's younger than her.
He's older than her.
He's older. How you feel?
Let's see. Well, I'm mixed about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know him, and I haven't had a conversation with him, and I think I need to gauge where he is mentally, because where she wants is what she wants, right? And that's fine, because that's her personal life. However, as her father, I want to be able to say, okay, yeah, this dude right here, he's not even for you. He can't even bring anything to the table. Not being judgmental, but just saying, I just want to know him for me, and
No, you can't. You can't be judgmental. You have to be judgmental. When you're a parent, you're going to be judgmental on that line. You're gonna be you're the liner. You're the dad. You're going to be judgmental and say, "Hey, he ain't right for you. He can't." Does he have something that he can offer to for your future? If not, you're gonna tell her. You're going to be judgmental whether you like it or not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be. But I live on the thing with it, Kev, is that I live on a level of petty that people.
Yeah.
And so it's like I don't want to do that. I want her to live her life. I want her to make her mistakes, and if she needs me, I'm there. With this guy, I mean, as long as she don't call me up, boo-hooing and crying and going on and saying, "Daddy, he doing this, that, and the third," then I don't have a cause for pause. Yeah, I don't have a cause to pause.
Yeah,
But
I don't.
right,
It's tough, man. I mean,
hard.
it's tough because it's your daughter, man. I'm gonna say if I had to write it down, maybe no more than 2 years, man. But you know how life go, and then you know I know what I was up to. I dated older women, so I don't know.
Right.
For me, I offered a sense of maturity, no doubt, but also comfort. You know, I dated older women, and they can go to the club and do all that. I'm not checking your phone. I'm not who is this. I'm not, you know, I'm not heavily emotionally involved. So I was consistent for them, and they enjoyed the consistency that I had, you know.
For sure.
But a younger girl, I just don't know, man. It never worked out good for me.
And that'd be hard. All right, so let me read this comment from Bobby Joe, one of my coworkers down at the dealership. Mr. Rick Ball.
Like I'm older,
shout out to Rick Ball. I think some people are older souls and enjoy being encompassed with that. Maybe if they do not see that in their same age peers. I think sometimes people enjoy the mature conversations that come with age. I'm a twin, and my man is 14. My man is 14 years older. I didn't get the rest of that.
Her sister's man is 27 years. Her twin is
27. Yeah. But Bobby Joe is in knowing Bobby Joe personally, and she is an older soul. She kind of is more mature, way mature, so she would be able to handle. You
notice that all these women in the comments, all these women in the comments are dating older men, not younger.
Yeah,
unless I miss somebody.
Right.
But it goes along with what I was saying earlier. We were. Yeah, like my mom, like the gentleman that my mom is dating, and like I said, it doesn't depend on the female or the male. It depends on the human population in general. Your maturity level has to be there. If you are an older soul, like she said, in her, you know, in age, you're young, but your maturity level, you're known for your maturity level to be up in age from years in the past. I don't see why it wouldn't work. My mom is making it work, and she's dating a fella that's younger than her. So, hey, salute. Yeah. Keep a smile on your face. Be happy. Be merry.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. If you went up a few points in my book today, sir, you're quite mature. My mom would hear from me. It would not go as well.
Look, I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you, Terry. When I was a young 21-year-old specialist in the Army, there was this chick who was 37. I ain't gonna call her name. I don't think we friends anyway. But
she may watch though. You never know.
If she do, God bless you, Renda.
I ain't calling her name though.
But if we keeping it a buck, right?
Y'all so messy today.
This is what it was, and me and her had this conversation. She forced me to do a couple things, not because she asked me to, but because I saw the crowd she ran with. I changed my dress up. I went a little more casual instead of the jeans and the Timbs all the time. I put on some Eastlands and some khakis and a button-up when I was going out with her, right?
All right.
So intellectually, we was on the same page. Like I'm a little smarter than most of the people in my age bracket, generally, conversation-wise anyway. And then what she loved about me was the fact that when we went out, I made her feel young again because I was young and exuberant. I loved to dance. I was happy-go-lucky. But when I was around her friends, they didn't look at me as the baby when it came to conversation. But whenever the matter of age came up, it was always a problem. So it's never. I hate to use words like never and always, but generally speaking, it wasn't the fact that it was she had needs and I met those needs. Let's just be real. Yeah. She had needs, I met those needs, and while meeting those needs, I didn't embarrass her.
It sometimes is the right age. Like when Stella got her groove back, everybody was happy for her.
Look at that. I'm glad you said that. Look at that.
Yeah. But is there a compromise? Is there a compromise that comes up with this level of maturity? I mean, there's that's what I would if there was one question I had to ask my mom right now. Is there a compromise in between all of this? The space, is there a disconnect? The space of age that they are, because the guy is literally my age. My mom is up in age. I'm not gonna tell her age. You don't tell a woman her age.
Never.
Yeah.
I would die.
You're old enough to have a 35-year-old.
That's old enough.
He's old enough. Yeah.
So,
They got the rest from them.
she's my mama's, and I love my mama to death, you know. And at first, like I said, I was that immature guy that didn't, and not to say that no one that disagrees with age is immature. I was very immature at that. I was a real knucklehead back then that couldn't grasp my mom dating someone my age, you know. And even when I met my fiance, and I told my fiance, well, when we go to meet my mom, I had to tell her, well, this guy is my age. She looked at me.
You got to prepare for that. Yeah.
You know, you serious? She gave me the look. Is this, you know, is this your best friend or somebody? But my mom, I had to learn how to deal with, you know, when somebody that knew my mom, he knew what they saw, and it was a level of discomfort. But I had to grasp, you know, my mom is happy. If she's happy, I'm here for it. But at the same time, you know, like I said, if I had to ask my mom one question in that separation, I can tell you it's over a 30-year gap. I'll tell you that. But I want to see where that compromise is. There a compromise?
Good brother, man.
Anyone in the comments, if anyone in the comments know, like, I'm looking at the age difference, I see a big gap. Is there a compromise y'all got to get?
I'm gonna put my sister on blast, because my sister has a son my age, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she's almost 60, right? With that being said, my sister dated somebody younger than me. I'm her brother, so I laugh about it, because what I told her, I was like, I told you were too old when you were at the club with your nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
That's when I told her she was too old. But what happened was they ended up breaking up because this dude didn't like to put the toilet seat down. He liked to come in the house at 11, 1, 2, 3, and she liked to be in bed at 11, 12. Like, so there are things that you're gonna have to compromise, but I still think that is person to person.
Ashley said it ain't happening.
All right.
And we go. My fault. T. Go ahead and get the comments in.
We're gonna get a couple more comments in, and then we're gonna do our last segment, and then E Trouble's gonna close us out with his final thoughts here. All right, so I'm gonna read. Where'd it go? What was that? Oh, Ashley's comment. Ashley Collins said, but I feel like when you date older, they're in a way draining you. Like the Dementors from Harry Potter. They're sucking all your young energy.
Okay.
Okay. And
what up, Ashley?
That's a way to put it, Ash.
And Bobby Joe says, I think you hit the nail on the head. It's definitely about needs. Some people need the younger or older levels in life seasons to get the balance we all need in those different seasons of happiness. And Lynn says, when you are a generation apart, I think that creates a disconnect, in my opinion.
Real talk. Real talk. Because that young girl had a problem with me playing Goody Mob. She said, what is this? I said, out.
When she don't know about soul food,
it can cause problems. So definitely, I mean, the age is real. You know, I wanted to touch a lot on promotion today and what does that hold you back with?
I'll move
that on the final, man.
Okay, yeah, hold tight on that. All right, so we struggle. When I was younger, dating an older woman, I had no idea what I was doing. So I consider myself a knucklehead every single day of the week. So in honor of that knucklehead of the week, the second section or segment of this podcast is called Knucklehead of the Week. Hold tight.
Now it's time for the Knucklehead of the Week with your host, D. Good.
All right, and it's the Knucklehead of the Week time, sponsored by Dwayne Goodson. He's going to bring it to us. Dwayne, who's the Knucklehead of the Week, brother?
Well, we got a runner-up, and then we got the actual. So I got a screen shared there, my brother. I want you to go ahead and get the camera off me so we can put all the attention on the knucklehead.
Okay, you don't want to single screen? I got you.
Yeah, go ahead and put all the attention on the knucklehead.
I got you. Come on. I got you. Come on, ready. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right. What's up?
Go ahead and add that shared screen for me.
Where's that? There it is. All right. There it is. Boop.
All right.
All right.
Now, we've already talked about him, so this is the runner-up for Knucklehead of the Week.
The runner-up. He's the runner-up. Okay.
He's the runner-up. Can you make that bigger, sir?
Nope.
Can you give that the full screen?
Nope.
Okay, let me just for those of you that can't see this.
I can read
this is 2016 Ted Cruz.
Oh, 2016.
He said, "I'll believe in climate change when Texas freezes over."
Oh my God.
Get him out of here.
And then he runs.
When it froze over. Oh my God. I hadn't even seen that.
I didn't know about this.
He's just a runner up.
Oh my.
He's a runner-up.
He's the runner-up.
He's a runner-up.
The fact that Ted Cruz is the runner-up Knucklehead of the Week, that's crazy. So who's the Knucklehead of the Week, though?
Okay, so the Knucklehead of the Week, go ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage one more again. Now hold on before y'all think I'm throwing shots. Hold on before you think I'm throwing shots. I just want y'all to look at what he's got on. Do y'all see anything wrong with the way my brother is dressed?
That's a very long
it's a scarf there.
Scarf.
But do you see anything wrong with it? It's a Louis V scarf. Anything wrong with it?
It don't match his suit, but other than that.
Okay, cool. He's not the Knucklehead. He's not Knucklehead. This is the Knucklehead.
Eric?
Yeah, Mr. Rickman.
Using church money for Gucci. Yeah, he's definitely a Knucklehead. He don't know between Gucci and Louis Vuitton. Come on, man.
Right. Not only did he say he confused Gucci and Louis, but he doesn't know this man hustle.
Yeah.
You got to remember, this man wrote books way before he was ever a pastor at the Relentless Church. This man was on 2 different networks hosting 2 different shows before he ever was a pastor at Relentless Church. And also, his wife solidified it. Shouts out to a woman taking care of her man. She said, Eric Rickman, nah, I bought this Louis Vuitton scarf for my husband 2 Christmases ago from one of my 5 streams of income that don't include the church. Now, if you're here to worry about how I choose to spend my money, this isn't the place for you. I'm sick of people. Worry about yourself. Was good way before we were called to Greenville to a church. Blessings, but I had time this evening. From his wife, Arrington Gray. She had time, folks.
Yeah, sorry. I can't get next to I can't get next to nothing, John Gray. Nothing. Not even his wife. I can't.
Not even that to you. That was innocent, man.
No, because she's covering for him. So I don't know. Don't get me started.
Yeah. D, look, talk sense into him. D, he ain't going.
I did that with the hope that I wasn't going to get fired after the show.
Yeah.
But you got to know a person hustle before you speak on their products, though.
Real talk.
That's real. But that's this generation overall. They're looking for the troll moment of the week or the minute. So that's what that was.
Yeah, I understand. She wants to. You know that whole "Stand by Your Man" was good. Patsy Cline did it. This right here.
All right.
Is another. I can't. Nothing. All right. So we're gonna get up for our final thought.
Turn the fan on.
Man, real simple, real easy for me, man. I bid you people farewell. Just don't count yourself out. Maintain yourself, your professionalism as a young man. I don't want to go all preachy on you, but Paul told Timothy the same thing. Don't let them despise you for your age. Do what you got to do. Now, I know we spend a lot of time on data, but when you reach back and you want to still join that baseball team, when you still want to go back to school, I know a woman 70 years old who went and got her second master. So age is nothing but a number when it comes to anything you think might hold you back, anything that might prohibit you from pursuing your dreams, anything that will cause you to think that your time is past, your best days are ahead of you. So that's where I'm at with it.
Amen, my brother. That's what I'm chopping about. So that's going to bring us to a close day. Listen, I want to thank everybody who came in to the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast live stream. We appreciate you. If you check the broadcast out, thank you for sharing. If you threw up an emoji, thank you for that. If you commented, thanks for that. If you're on Periscope and throwing hearts, I really, really appreciate you over there. I know Periscope is getting ready to shut down here at the end of the month. So I'm not sure what we're going to do. I don't know if it's Twitter Live or what they're doing now, but thank you for all of that. And so what I want you guys to do is next week, I have a guest come on this week by the name of Rudy Staten. This man has a comeback story, man, that will blow your mind. And he's got a documentary coming out March the 4th. So I want to interview him before the documentary come out. So if you want to come and listen to a great comeback story, Rudy is that dude got a story, man. We'll get into it next week. But we're going to get on out of here. You guys have a great rest of your day. I got to go celebrate my birthday, my baby's birthday. Shout out to Zariah. She can't get me. But shout out to Zariah. She is 10 today. So we're going to go in here. I think so. You guys can't hear it, but I got kids running down my house right now. It just driving me absolutely insane. So I'm going to go upstairs and go play 2K the rest of the day. All right. So we'll see you guys next week, man. Have a great one.